Well, you can't see what's going on at the moment, but you can hear Harrisburg's to our left, Eldorado's to our right, and I believe the left side was louder. Got a nice trivia from Doug Miller. Said he used to hire Billy Rocket and Bill Biggerstaff to do junior high games in October to get them ready for the high school season. Said Billy called him and canceled, said it was steak night at the Moose and he couldn't come.
That's a great story.
Billy said, "Oh, I remember that now, LOL."
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
folks.
Danny, the decibel level has started to go up here.
Oh, unbelievable in here right now. You know, it's unbelievable. It's a full house. There's people standing around.
Are we going to trade places, or are you going to go ahead and stay there?
I'll just stay here.
Okay.
You do the call.
Okay.
And I'll do the marking.
That'll work.
I run this. I'm pretty used to it.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. Both teams are out on the floor warming up. I know it's nearly impossible for you to see that right now. We apologize for that. We got as much stuff elevated as we can, but
we're going to have a new plan for next year.
People are standing, and they're standing in front of us, but they will eventually sit down, and we'll bring you this action. I hope so. I hope so. Maybe not.
Maybe.
All right, Eldorado Eagles, Harrisburg Bulldogs. It has played out. Number 1 against number 2. That's how they were seeded in the tournament, and here we are. Eldorado, the defending champion, with nearly their full complement of players back. They did lose a couple, but most of them back, particularly the two big guys underneath, and Traxler and Atterbury, and then, of course, Ray May, who just wreaks havoc out there defensively with his long arms and that sort of thing, and Meredith and Oglesby. They are a very, very big team. The Eagles came into the tournament undefeated at 11-0, and they've won 3 more, so here they are at 14-0 coming into tonight's action. And, size-wise, Oglesby is at 6 foot. You got Meredith and Ray May both at 6'3", Atterbury at 6'4", Traxler at 6'5". Harrisburg Bulldogs, I think have gotten better as each game has gone along here in the tournament. I honestly was not impressed with them at all in the game against Hardin County. I really wasn't. When I watched that game, I scratched my head and thought, how are these guys the number 2 seed in the tournament? But they played a different brand of basketball entirely when they faced Massac County and defeated them in the quarterfinal 53-46. And then they escaped, and I do mean escaped, with a 2-point win over Anna Jonesboro in the semifinal earlier today, 54-52. Anna Jonesboro had a look at a 3-pointer from the half line, which would have won it for the Wildcats, but Harrisburg did survive to win it to be in this championship game tonight. How important is that? Well, this tournament's been going on for 53 years, Danny, but yet it's the first time that they have played each other since 1987 in the championship game.
That's just hard to imagine, Randy, when you look at all the great teams that both these schools have had, that it's been a 30-year run since they played each other in the championship game.
Yeah, it is really kind of surprising. And, Eldorado was also going for a back-to-back championship, which, they have never done.
Right.
They've won this tournament before, but they have never had back-to-back championships. And that's something that is on their mind that they all would like to do.
That.
And so we'll see how that plays out here as well. Again, we have raised the camera some more, trying to get a little bit more of a view for you here tonight. And we'll do our best so that you can watch the action here in this championship between Eldorado and Harrisburg. Who are the key components for the Harrisburg Bulldogs? Well, they've got some size of their own down in there. They're not as big as Traxler and Atterbury, but there's still some guys that cause some problems. I mean, you're talking about Dalton Lambert at 6'4" and Jordan Bartow at 6 foot. The guy that kind of makes them go, though, is Isaiah Salisbury at 6'3", and he really gets out on the break in transition, can shoot the ball outside from the 3, creates a lot of turnovers, gets a lot of steals, that sort of thing. But Carson Burtis could be a very key component in this game, Danny, because Burtis at 6'2", out on the perimeter is a sharpshooter, and he's kind of a streak shooter. And when he gets going, man, look out.
If he gets hot, he can put a lot of stuff in the basket pretty quick.
Blake Drew rounds out their starting five at 6 foot for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. Randy Smith-Peter's been here a long, long time coaching the Harrisburg Bulldogs. The question was asked to us a little while ago was Randy Smith-Peters coaching Harrisburg the last time they played Eldorado in the championship game back in 1987? The answer is no.
I'm not sure who was at Harrisburg at that time.
He was not there at that time. So this is the first time that he's coached against Eldorado in the championship. Like I said, Eldorado has never won back-to-back championships in this tournament, but Harrisburg certainly has. In fact, just a few years ago, they reeled off 4 straight championships here at the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. In fact, from, 2009 through 2015, they were in 7 straight championship games, Harrisburg was, and they won 4 of those, with those 4 coming in succession.
Tony Holler, Steve Dunford says.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank
you, Steve. I knew Steve would know that.
Harrisburg
yeah,
at that
appreciate
time.
that. Right. Okay.
Barry Hart said we need a drone up here.
Need a drone. I agree. Yeah, need a drone. There you go. That's a good plan. It's a good plan. We'll work on that for next year. All right. Yeah, this has kind of been Harrisburg's home away from home. They've been in the championship game a lot, as I said, although they weren't in it last year. It was Eldorado and Heron last year in the championship game, which we brought to you. That was an overtime victory for the Eagles. And I can assure you, after talking to Coach Josh Bradley, that he and his players would love nothing more than to take home the championship here, back-to-back years.
And we're going to have a lot of excitement before this is over, Randy.
It's going to get loud. It's going to get emotional. Every single call is going to get moans and groans from the opposing team that it affects.
We've already got 3 women up here that the police are having a very serious heart-to-heart talk with.
All right.
So business is picking up. They're not happy about something to our right.
Well, and again, a lot of purple in the building because you got purple for Harrisburg and purple for Eldorado.
And it is a full house.
If you just logged in, we'll let you know that the third place game was won by Anna Jonesboro over West Frankfort. 5th place was won by Massac County. What a comeback they had over Carmi. They were down 17 points. They went with a hard press there in the 4th quarter and came back and won that game over Carmi by 2 points, 62-60. The consolation championship at the tournament this year is won by the Heron Tigers as they beat Edwards County in the consolation championship game 62-50. So here we are with number 1 against number 2 tonight from the Eldorado Holiday Tournament. Don't know for sure what the total capacity of this place is, but we're near that. I've heard different numbers earlier today, or numbers of like 4,150 or something.
They got.
Is that the fire code?
4,800 is the fire code.
That's the fire code. Okay.
I think it seats 3,600 plus about 500 standing room only.
If you're seating right, yeah.
And every one of them is taken.
Yeah. Well, again, with these 2 towns being so close together, a lot of the fans in the stands know each other. They may work together. These players know each other. And so, it's a rivalry. It's bragging rights. There's a lot on the line.
Yes, there is. And business is going to pick up, no doubt about it.
About a minute away from calling both teams back to the benches for the starting lineup. A lot of people continuing to stand in here.
Russ said he's not more sure. Russ Gerlach said he's not sure what he's more interested in, the game or the police action.
Yeah.
There may be plenty of both before this one's over.
Yeah,
Russ.
you might want to watch the crowd near us here because it's gotten a little dicey already. We've had security here.
Yeah, and I about strangled a kid that jumped over my camera. But I think I might have made a believer out of him.
You know, some pressure on the officials that are doing this game, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, they're not going to make anybody happy tonight. They're going to have a lot of people yelling at them on every single call.
Chuck Hughes, Guy Alonji, and I didn't see who the third one was. But I can assure you that
Mr. Alonji's not going to put up with any bull.
And him and Ken Hughes, neither one is.
Yeah.
And there's no need to.
No. Well, we're not getting started too late. It was supposed to be a 9 o'clock tip. I've got 9:13 right now, so that's not too bad. Here we go. Harrisburg Bulldogs will be the traveling team in their purple uniforms tonight.
Nice round of boos.
As well as a mixture of applause. Number 12 is Blake Drew. He's a 6-foot senior. Number 23, Isaiah Salisbury, 6'3" senior. Number 11 is Carson Burtis, 6'2" senior. He'll be out on the point for much of the game. Down underneath, Dalton Lambert, number 40, 6'4" senior. And rounding out the starting five, some more muscle in there. Number 42, Jordan Bartow. He's a 6-foot senior. So again, the Bulldogs go with Burtis, Drew, Salisbury, Lambert, and Bartow. And of course, they're coached by Randy Smith-Peters, who's been there since, well, not quite World War II, but quite a while.
Russ said he wants some video the next time I get ready to strangle somebody.
Pretty impressive presentation there by the Harrisburg cheerleaders with the pyramid they're doing there.
Cody right now has got the tripod all the way up.
Yeah.
He's got the camera out of it.
Yep. And they're going to turn off the lights and do the whole shebang here for the Eldorado Eagles.
Got to see.
Starting lineup for the Eagles as the cell phones come out like candles as they darken the gym. We got everything but fog here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Number 14 is Cale Oglesby, 6-foot senior. Number 3 is John Meredith, 6'3" senior. He's got his headband back on tonight. Number 23 is Ray May, 6'3" senior. Number 41 is Braden Atterbury, 6'4" senior. And the future football player for the SIU Salukis, number 33, Jacob Traxler. He's a 6'5" senior. Again, Eagles coached by Josh Bradley. Is he in his second year or his third year?
Might be third already.
Third year? Okay. Time flies, you know. All right. It'll take a little while for those lights to come back up, and now they are. Cody Smith doing a landman's job there on the camera work there so that you could see the starting lineup shooting up over people. He's practically crawling up the steel beam here to get you a view. Don't fall down there, Cody.
Benton leads Trenton Westland 18-15 at the half.
That is in the championship of the Duster Thomas Classic over in Pinckneyville, as Pinckneyville lost by 10 points to Benton earlier today, and Trenton Westland took care of DuQuoin. And we hear rumblings that Carterville would love to come over and be in this tournament, and I can understand why. Just take a look around.
That's absolutely
this
right.
This atmosphere, there's no other tournament like this in Southern Illinois, bar none. You won't find this atmosphere, this noise, this crowd. You just won't.
Ray May.
53 years for this tournament, and first time in 30 years for Eldorado and Harrisburg, and the tip is controlled by the Bulldogs. And Salisbury will start it.
Let the fireworks begin.
Gives it to Drew. Eagles will open in a man-to-man. There's Bartow with it. Drawing the assignment on him is Traxler. Drew out there. Goes around a pick. Picked up by Atterbury on the switch. Now around to Bartow. Out to Burtis. Good defense so far by the Eagles. Drew. Goes right side. Now it's Salisbury. Salisbury looking for an opening. Shoots it off the dribble and scores. Salisbury with a little 8-foot jumper along the right baseline. And they break the ice first. It's 2-0. Now the Eagles with their first possession of this championship game. With it is Oglesby. They try the alley-oop down to Traxler, but he is fouled as trying to go right up with him was Jordan Bartow.
And Bartow's going to get a foul.
And Bartow got into foul trouble earlier today in their semifinal game. Here's a shot from Atterbury. It's off the mark, no good. Rebound underneath, ripped out of there by Lambert. Bulldogs with it. 2-0 Harrisburg. And that ball is kicked.
I can't see when you stand in front of me.
Kicked by Ray May. Ray May's got such long arms, long legs, very active with his feet as well. Gets a lot of steals and just creates havoc out there.
He kicks and hits balls with all body parts.
He does. Blake Drew penetrates, goes up for the shot, and that's blocked out of bounds.
By Traxler.
Going to stay with the Bulldogs. 6:27 to go, opening quarter. It's 2-0 Harrisburg in this championship game. Inside, it goes to Lambert. Now to Salisbury, off dribble, and Salisbury's hot. He's 2 for 2. 4-0. Salisbury was all tournament last year and likely will be all tournament again.
To be the man, you got to want to be the man.
Here's Ray May, and he is fouled out front by Burtis. Again, on every call, you're going to get a combination of boos and cheers, and that's what we get on that call.
who he gave that to?
I think
Drew. 42.
I thought it was going to be on Burtis, and
on 12.
Gave it to Drew. Okay. Here's a pass, and almost a bad pass, but they save it into Ray May.
Good hustle by Traxler.
Sure was. Oglesby will control it now, goes right side to May. May's guarded by Salisbury as Harrisburg opens in a man-to-man as well. Ray May going to fire up, misses the shot, a battle for the rebound. Bodies all over the place. There's Traxler going up for it. Atterbury goes up, and coming away with it is Bartow, and we got a whistle and a foul. Much to the delight of the Harrisburg faithful to our left. We got Harrisburg to our left and Eldorado to our right. And we're right smack in the middle.
Man.
4-0 Bulldogs. It's just going to get louder.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't heard anything yet.
Oh, no.
Wait till the fourth quarter.
We're just getting warmed up.
Salisbury with it. Goes right side to Lambert. Back to Salisbury. Jumps off the dribble again. Missed one this time. Rebound by Meredith. Out on the dribble for the Eagles. Eagles trying to repeat as tournament champions for the first time in tournament history. Ray May goes inside, puts up the shot off glass and scores. Eagles are on the board. It's 4-2 with 5:09 left here in the opening quarter. Bulldogs down quickly with Lambert. Swinging around to Burtis. Fires a three. Missed it. Rebound by Lambert. And taken away by Meredith. Ahead to Ray May. May guarded by Drew. Out to Meredith. Shot up and in. Meredith ties the game at 4 apiece. As Drew has it in the front court. Over to Salisbury. Now to Burtis. Brings it back over here to Drew. Right side, they work it now to Lambert.
Eldorado in a 2-3.
Yeah, switched up defense on him now. Long three by Burtis. In and out, no good. There's the foul. Nobody checked him out. Nobody boxed out Jordan Bartow, and he went hard to the glass and tipped it in at 6-4 Bulldogs. Eagles back the other way now with Meredith. He drives baseline. He's cut off, and he's going to be fouled by Lambert, I believe.
Yep, be the first foul on Lambert. Second team foul on Harrisburg.
Out of bounds to the Eagles on the baseline, and the trigger man will be Oglesby.
I'm feeling the love.
Oh, yeah. Inside it goes to Traxler, and he scores. Traxler flashed the lane and put it in off glass, and we're tied at 6-6. And here's a 1-2-2 zone press by the Eagles.
Bartow, though, was smart enough not to pick up a foul there.
Salisbury, bounce pass inside. Nice pass and a great shot by Bartow. 8-6 Bulldogs. Wow. Threaded the needle there. Meredith gives it to Atterbury. He puts up the shot, no good, but right there for the follow is Meredith. Meredith with a stick back makes it 8-8. 3:25 left here in the opening quarter. So far, this game's had everything you'd expect, including that three-pointer by Burtis. We talked about it at the front of the show that Burtis can fill it up out there, and he just showed you.
He was 2 steps behind the line.
That was a long three.
Yeah, he was almost on the out-of-bounds line.
He was way out there. Nothing but net. 11-8. Favor the Bulldogs. Here's a shot. No good by Oglesby. The follow by Atterbury is good, and he's fouled. And he'll have the and one and a chance to tie this game.
Salisbury's going to pick up his first foul. And that looks to me, like, Randy, like where the Eagles have their advantage is the rebounding.
Well, they definitely do have more size in there. But don't underestimate Bartow and Lambert. They are pretty salty on the boards as well. Free throw is good.
Eldorado comes in that press now.
11-11 is the tie game as we're under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Across the line, it's Drew, and it's stolen away. Meredith has it for the Eagles. Another turnover on the Bulldogs.
Turnover number 2.
And turned right back as Burtis with the steal. He's going to press it and draws the foul against Oglesby. That'll send Burtis to the line for the Bulldogs and stops the clock with 2:37 to go here in the opening quarter. Championship game of the 53rd annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament. People standing all the way around the perimeter of the building because there are no seats to be had. They sold out the chair seats for this championship night many, many weeks in advance. Free throw made by Burtis.
This is one of your key players for the game.
And Burtis in and out on the second one. 12-11, Bulldogs lead it by 1. Here come the Eagles. Oglesby out to Meredith. Back to Oglesby. Traxler sets a pick. Oglesby shoots off dribble. Got it.
Nice pick by Traxler.
That puts the Eagles back in front, 13-12. Here's that 1-2-2 press again. They break it, and nope, now it's stolen away. Jumping in the passing lane there was Oglesby. And now the ball's knocked out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Eagles. 2:08 left to play here in the opening quarter. Well, the intensity level's pretty high, Danny.
Yes, it is.
A lot of adrenaline out there with these young men right now because you know they're spent. This is their 4th game in 3 days as well.
Yeah, and 3rd game within 36 hours.
Atterbury out to Traxler. He'll shoot the jumper. Missed it. Rebound by Salisbury.
He cleaned out 2 of his own people.
Yeah, he did. Throws it ahead to Drew. Drew will take it to the rack. Missed the shot, but there's the follow. Up and in by Lambert. Lambert, we mentioned earlier today in the semifinal, is really the garbage man, and he gets a lot of garbage buckets with that nose for the ball near the basket. 14-13, Bulldogs by 1 with 1:32 left. There's a double team down low against Atterbury, so the shot out front is up and in. Traxler knocks it down to make it 15-14. Eldorado up by 1. 1:17 left in the opening quarter. Here's Salisbury with a shot behind the line. It's good. Hot shooting by Mr. Salisbury.
17-15.
And Bulldogs. 9 points already for Salisbury. 9 of their 17. Inside it goes to Atterbury, and that's blocked by Lambert, but picked back up by Atterbury, and he scores. That ties the game at 17-17. 47 seconds left, opening quarter. It's like a heavyweight fight. They just keep punching each other here. Back and forth. Pretty hot shooting by both teams. Blake Drew going to give it to Salisbury. He works against Atterbury, banks it up, no good. There's the garbage man again, and he got another one. Dalton Lambert, I'm telling you, when that shot goes up, Lambert goes after the ball. If you're a coach, and I know there's a lot of coaches watching and listening right now, those are the kind of players you love to have. Guys who just have that natural instinct to go after the ball when the shot is up.
Well, he does a good job of it. He's got 3 rebounds already.
I mean, that is where Dalton Lambert makes his living, is on the offensive boards. And he just put Harrisburg up by 3. It's 20-17. 23 seconds left in the quarter. And there's a steal. Salisbury has it. Dishes it to Burtis. He'll fire from the baseline. No good. Tipped around. Grabbed by Salisbury. 13 seconds left. They'll back it out. Go for the final shot of the quarter, leading it by 3. Salisbury over Ray May. Got it! Salisbury from downtown. And that's the horn to end the first quarter play. Our score, Harrisburg 23, Eldorado 17.
We're not going to have many sponsors and stuff this game. Everybody needs just to experience what's going on here. We want to thank all our sponsors. We've run them a whole bunch during the tournament here. We've been here for 25 of the 26 games. And thank all those folks: Hamilton County Communications, Prominent Technology, Draper Insurance, Wibbles Repair, 3rd Street Salon, Alton's Pizza House, 4R Equipment, Teffeltiller Motors, Hamilton County Flooring, State Farm, Lynn Braden, Larry's Gun Shop, Fox Communication, Fender Mender Auto Body, and Goin' Sales, and Watkins Family Chiropractic, along with Tailgaters Grill. Thank all those folks, Farrell Hospital and Fairfield Memorial Hospital. Thank them all. Anytime you're in their place of businesses, make sure you tell them you appreciate seeing this tournament.
Yeah, we do appreciate everybody that has provided support along the way. Thanks for the food provided to us by Tailgaters. They sent food here for us twice, once yesterday and once today. And
I hope they're having as good a time up there as we are here.
You know, they probably got a crowd up there, too, watching the game on the big screen, because they've taken our feed up there and put it on the big screens, and we appreciate that. Your impressions of the first quarter, Danny?
It's just like a heavyweight fight, like we thought it was going to be. It's going to be just back and forth all night.
Traxler with the ball for the Eagles to start the second quarter. Over to Meredith. They're trying to post Traxler up now. Meredith finds room on the baseline, goes up the shot, missed it. There's Salisbury with a rebound for the Bulldogs. He outlets it to Drew. Drew ahead to Burtis. Now back to Drew. Eagles stay in that man-to-man again now. They were in a zone for a little while, and they've shown us zone trap on the press as well. Burtis, guarded by Oglesby, to Drew. Out to Salisbury. He'll fire a 3. Off the mark, no good. There's a battle for the rebound. Look at that. You got Traxler and Bartow going at it underneath. And the possession arrow is going to favor the Bulldogs. They'll keep it. Into the ball game for Eldorado's number 11, Joe Mayberry. Now, this guy's been kind of a secret weapon off the bench for the Eagles.
He's got 17 and 18 points, respectively, in the last 2 games.
Mayberry's a 6'3 junior. He's in there right now, number 11. Salisbury for the Bulldogs. Out to Burtis. Eagles extending that defense out a little bit farther now. Drew has it. Goes in the corner to Burtis. Back to Salisbury. In the corner, Burtis for 3. Holy cow.
If he goes any deeper, he's going to be out of bounds.
He has got range, doesn't he? That's 2 3-point bombs for Burtis, and they have both been deep. 26-17. It's a 9-point lead now for Harrisburg.
Harrisburg opened the game 9 out of 14.
And there's a shot on the other end.
Atterbury.
Atterbury makes it 26-21. 26-19, 7-point lead now.
8 out of 15 for Eldorado to open the first quarter.
Yeah, both teams really hot from the field here to start. Again, it's all adrenaline, baby. I mean, that's what it is. Salisbury has the basketball. To Burtis. Burtis along the baseline.
I can't see.
Burtis has it. Ball was loose, and Bulldogs come up with it. Burtis fires another three. Missed it. That one goes up over the backboard, and it's going to go back the other way. Danny wrestling with the crowd over here to our right again, obstructing his view.
I'm not going to let him stand in front of me. I am going to watch part of this game myself.
I hope so. It's a good one. 7-point lead here for the Bulldogs. 5:41 to play first half. Meredith with it. Out to Mayberry. Yeah, Mayberry hit some big shots today in the semifinal win. Over to Oglesby. And there's a foul away from the basketball. And that's going to be on Atterbury, yeah. Getting a little physical.
No, on Mayberry.
Was it on Mayberry?
Yep, it's a motion. 1-1.
I did not see it. But I wasn't looking there either.
Burtis is going to take a break. Gibbs is going to come in.
Yeah, Gibbs is giving them some good minutes too for the Bulldogs. Drew with the basketball now. Goes to Salisbury. Out to Gibbs. Oh, bad pass. And that's picked off by the Eagles, and a jump ball's called, and the ball will be rewarded to the Eagles on the alternate possession rule. 5:10 left here in the first half. It's a 7-point Bulldogs lead.
26-19. Shooting's cooled off a little here to start the quarter.
Oglesby over to Mayberry. To Meredith. Back out front now into the high post it comes to Atterbury. He'll put up the shot. Missed it. No good. And there's a rebound by Blake Drew. You know, the Bulldogs have done a pretty good job of holding them to one shot. And a shot by Salisbury's missed. Atterbury with a rebound. Ahead to Meredith. Inside the lane. Puts up the shot. Missed it. Tipped around. And grabbed out of the air by Drew. And then a foul is called on the Eagles.
Mayberry's going to pick up another one.
Yeah, what I started to say there, Harrisburg's done a pretty good job of limiting Eldorado one shot. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, even though they've got Traxler and Atterbury out there, the Eagles have really not been able to get
not many second efforts.
Not too many second chance efforts here. Bulldogs really crashing the boards. Gibbs has it. Goes to Salisbury. Almost has it slapped away. Attempted steal from behind there by Meredith. Now Salisbury fires one, missed it. There's a rebound by Ray May. May up quickly. He's going to lob it ahead to Atterbury, but Salisbury's back there to knock it away. Salisbury saw that one coming all the way. He anticipated that lob to Atterbury.
Benton 28, Westland 24 at the end of 3.
That's the battle for the championship over at Pinckneyville tonight.
That's not who they was expecting to be in it.
No.
Not one half of it anyway.
Yeah, Pinckneyville Panthers were beaten by Benton earlier today by 10 points.
Burtis set to come back in for Gibbs.
How about Marion winning the championship of the Carbondale Holiday Tournament? That's a huge, huge win for
big
Coach
win.
Gus Gillespie and the Marion Wildcats. They start the year off at 11-2 for the new coach. Out of bounds to the Bulldogs as Burtis gets it into Salisbury. .333 to play here in the half. They go down low to Bartow and try to come back out to Drew. Drew gives it to Salisbury and back to Drew. Drew's guarded by Ray May. Takes him inside the paint, puts up the finger roll and scores. Drew just blew by Ray May there. 9-point lead, 28-19. 3:11 left here in the first half. Here's Ray May, top of the key. No good. Rebound Burtis. Outlet to Salisbury. Ahead to Drew. Back to Salisbury. And taken away by Ray May. There's those long arms of May. Throws it ahead to Oglesby. He scores. Count the bucket and a foul. Well, there's the example of where Ray May creates havoc. Gets that steal, throws it ahead, and the Eagles score in transition. He's got a knack for that.
Fouls on Burtis. Got a timeout.
28-21 our score. Harrisburg leads it by 7. 2:52 left here in the first half. Timeout on the court.
30-second timeout. It's just amazing the amount of people that's in here, Randy. We knew it'd be a full house, and they're primed and ready.
Well, I knew it was going to be a big crowd when I was at the concession stand earlier, and they said they had already run out of pizza. They ran out pretty fast. That was a good sign that.
Well, you just look around
the crowd was coming.
Not an empty seat to be
Well,
had.
what people need to understand, too, is that there's 3 games here in the evening session, and people were here an hour and a half before the game started.
Yeah.
An hour and a half before the game started, people were filing in.
And then these people show up in the last 30 minutes before the championship game starts, and they think there's going to be seats
wondering
available.
why they don't have a seat, yeah.
You know, there's anybody that's a basketball fan is going to stay and watch the last 2 games.
Yeah. Oglesby at the line, he nails it. 28-22. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs, and they have the ball. Lambert holding it up out there against Atterbury. Goes to Bartow. And down underneath, no good. There's the outlet by Traxler. Ahead to Meredith. He'll come out to Oglesby. He'll fire a 3. Bounces in. Holy cow. That bounced straight up about 6 feet. Came down through the hoop.
About even with the top of the backboard.
28-25, and a little run put together here now by the Eagles. They've cut it back to 3 points. 2:06 left in the first half. Burtis out to Salisbury. To Bartow. Drew, that's stolen away again.
Turnover number 5 on the Bulldogs.
Eagles with those quick hands on the passing lane. Ray May's got it. He drives inside between 2 defenders, puts it up, no good. And there's the garbage man, Lambert, with a rebound for Harrisburg. Out to Burtis. Bulldogs slowing it down a little bit, slowing that pace down. Out to Drew. Atterbury comes out on the switch. Now Ray May picks him back up again. Lambert to Bartow.
You know, this is kind of a good move by Harrisburg, Randy, making them play defense. You can't rest on defense.
No, they're just hoping that there'll be a breakdown in this man-to-man somewhere where they'll have a layup or a wide open look. And that ball was knocked away by Oglesby, and good effort as he dove for the ball going out of bounds.
We've seen some outstanding hustle here in this tournament.
Burtis into Drew. They're just going to wind it down now for the final shot, it would appear. 39 seconds left in the half. They've already killed off a minute and a half here. Got that 3-point lead. Coach Smith-Peters wants to have that lead going into the locker room as a psychological edge. Drew with 17 seconds left. Here's Salisbury. Look for the pass back to Salisbury for a 3 here. Nope. Yeah. Well, that's what it ended up being, but there was a foul called before that.
Foul's going to be on Ray May, his first.
And we've seen that play enough this week before the end of a quarter to know that that's what they were going to do. But the foul's called. Here's the inbound to Salisbury. 5 seconds left. He'll elevate from the elbow. Missed it. Rebound Meredith, and that's how the half ends. Our score, Harrisburg 28, Eldorado 25.
We'll be back in just a little bit. Back here at Duff-Kingston, 28-25 is our halftime score. Looking at some stats, Harrisburg is 11 out of 22 on field goals, 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. Had 5 turnovers in that first half. Scoring, Burtis has 7, Drew has 2, Salisbury has 10, Lambert has 5, and Bartok has 4.
You know, Danny, we had several lead changes in that first quarter before Harrisburg finally went on a run near the end of the quarter to lead it after one period by 6 points, 23-17. Eldorado actually outscored Harrisburg 8-5 in the second quarter. Not near as much offense in the second quarter to tighten the gap here to 3 points, with the Bulldogs leading the Eagles at halftime 28-25. Nobody really in any serious foul trouble or anything.
No foul trouble. Eldorado is 11 out of 23, 2 out of 2 from the line. Meredith has 4, Oglesby has 7, Ray May has 2, Traxler has 4, Atterbury has 7 for a halftime score of 28-25. But Randy, that just goes to show you how even these two teams are. 11 out of 22 for Harrisburg, 11 out of 23 for Eldorado, 2 out of 3 for Harrisburg, 2 out of 2 for Eldorado.
Yeah, it's been a very tight ball game in many different ways, and some of the people we thought would play key roles have done exactly that. Really, when you look at it, Mr. Atterbury, who was last year's tournament MVP, has been somewhat quiet here in the first half. He's taken some shots, certainly, and has some points.
He's got 7 points.
But certainly the Bulldogs have done a fairly decent job on him to contain him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otten's Pizza is a proud sponsor of our broadcast. Located by the railroad tracks in McLeansboro, Otten's has been serving outstanding pizza for over 3 decades. The owners, Dick and Lucille Otten, would like to thank all their customers for their business.
Okay, I'm Lucille Otten, and I'm proud to be a sponsor from Otten's Pizza House with this broadcasting. We serve a lot of people in Hamilton County and sponsor other groups in Hamilton County.
I'm Dick Otten, co-owner of Otten's Pizza with my wife Lucille. We've been in business for 34 years, serving the great people of Hamilton County and McLeansboro, and we appreciate your business.
Back here at Duff-Kingston, our halftime score of the championship game of the 53rd Eldorado Holiday Tournament. 25 for the hometown Eagles, 28 for the Harrisburg Bulldogs. And boy, that alumni band is
I was just about to say the same thing. They are outstanding. They are getting after it. And as if there wasn't enough excitement in here, we've got the drummer doing a drum solo right now.
Listening to people around the gym clapping.
They're all over there. Yeah, they're all over there staring. Giving him a big round of applause. Wow, what a great atmosphere. Again, you just don't see.
Nowhere.
There just isn't any other tournament like this in Southern Illinois.
Around.
And I'm telling you, I've been to pretty much all of them, and you just don't see it like this.
Often imitated, never duplicated.
That's right. That is right. 16-team tournament. 15 of the 16 teams from right here in Southern Illinois. The other one, Union County, just across the river.
A big deserved hand for the band.
There you go.
Big hand for the band.
Yeah, the alumni band. That's always a highlight here on championship night, is these people, these former band members from Eldorado coming back and playing in the alumni band, the alumni pep band. 28-25 is our halftime score. Harrisburg leading it over Eldorado by 3 points. Do you see any kind of adjustments that either coach might make here, Danny?
I don't know what you'd change, Randy.
I think it's just a matter of making plays and making shots, getting stops. You know, I mean, they know what they have to do. It's just a matter of who is able to execute to the best of their ability and instill their will upon the other one. The thing I like about it, though, where we're at right now with this halftime score of 28-25, I love the fact that both teams still have their full complement of players and that neither team has anybody in foul trouble. That I like.
You know, Randy, first quarter, both teams had Eldorado had 15, Harrisburg had 14 shots. Second quarter, Harrisburg had 8 shots, Eldorado had 8 shots.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just about a draw here right now.
Well, both teams are back out warming up. We're about a minute away here from resuming second half action. And there's the horn to call them back to their benches. You notice that not too many people got up out of their seat there at halftime because they were afraid they were going to lose their seat. People didn't go to the concession stand because they were afraid they were going to lose their seat. A lot of them didn't even go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't.
I mean, that's just the way it is, unless you've got the reserved chair seats.
Shout out to Tom Wheeler. He's logged on and watching, and he agrees with Doug Miller. Said it's ready to watch the championship game. First time since Eldorado and Harrisburg played since 1987.
Right.
Said he's pretty comfortable in his recliner.
Well, I can't blame you there, Tom, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it. You can also follow us on Twitter at AreaSports.net and also on Facebook at AreaSports.net. Let us know where you are watching from and who you're rooting for tonight. Give us a prediction. How do you think this thing's going to play out? Huh? It's a 3-point lead here at halftime for Harrisburg.
I'll tell you who's going to win.
The team in purple.
The team with the most points.
Oh, okay. I was going to say they both have purple. That's why I thought maybe you're going to go that way. But Harrisburg wearing the dark purple, but the Eagles are trimmed in purple. So, yeah, a lot of purple in the stands, too, tonight. All right, it'll be Bulldogs ball first.
Yeah, but it didn't take long to distinguish who was who on that part, did
No. As soon as the first call was made, you knew exactly where the dividing line was.
It's about 50-50,
yeah,
too.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Blake Drew has the ball for the Bulldogs.
You know, now, Randy, this is an advantage right here. Coming out of halftime, you have the lead. You get the ball. If you can put a couple points on the board, that's a big boost.
Yeah, get that momentum going back your direction again. Harrisburg's taking this possession pretty serious. They're not rushing things as Salisbury has it. To Lambert. Eagles will stay in a man-to-man to open the second half. There's Burtis out there with Oglesby. Ooh, he pushed off with the arm and he got called for it.
He got rung up on it.
Yes, he did. Right there in front of Mr. Alonji, and he said, no, sir, that's a charge.
You might want to do it, but don't do it right in front of the official.
Right. So that turns the ball over to the Eagles as Harrisburg does not even get a shot off on that first possession. Oglesby. And we got a foul the other way.
On Meredith. No, I don't know what we got.
Well, they didn't post it on the board. Ball is to the Bulldogs, and there's Carson Burtis taking it strong to the glass and scoring. Puts them up by 5, 30-25. There's a steal by Burtis. He's going to push it to the rack. Missed the shot.
Atterbury with the rebound.
And he'll come out on the dribble with it. Gives it up out there to Oglesby. To Meredith, who curls in the lane. Missed the shot. There's Atterbury with the rebound, but stripped away from him. Salisbury's got it. 3-on-2 to the other end. Salisbury all the way to the glass. Missed the shot. Traxler with the rebound, but it's taken away from him. And then
Meredith's going to pick up a foul.
Bartow grabbed the ball, and he was fouled.
First foul on Meredith.
Jordan Bartow to the line for the Bulldogs. We're in the third quarter. 30-25. 6:14 to go in the third quarter as free throws missed.
Boy, those could come into a big play in this game. Every opportunity is so important. There's just not going to be a lot of room for error.
No. He missed them both. Rebound Ray May. He'll push it up for the Eagles. Gets it ahead to Atterbury. He'll take it inside the paint, scores. Atterbury cuts the lead to 3. It's 30-27.
Did he make that second one?
No, missed them both. Blake Drew in the front court to Burtis. To Bartow. Bounce pass to Salisbury. And he lays it over the rim. Nice backdoor cut there and a great pass.
Good pass by Bartow.
Sure was. Give him the assist. It's 32-27. Inside it goes to Atterbury. He's working on Lambert and he scores.
Evidently, Eldorado's decided they got an advantage right there.
That was the memo that they passed out in the locker room, is take it inside. Burtis has it for the Bulldogs. Out to Drew. Gives it to Salisbury. He'll put up the 3 over Meredith. Missed it. Rebound Atterbury. He'll clear it out to Oglesby. 3-point game. Eagles trail. But they have the ball. Ray May on the right wing. To Atterbury. 17-footer. Missed it. Ray May with a rebound. He'll take it inside, and he charges as he ran right over Drew. charging foul, and Drew a little slow to get up.
Second foul on May.
Gives the ball back to the Bulldogs here with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. And it's a 3-point game. Bulldogs with the lead and the basketball. Drew to Salisbury. Out to Lambert. Now to Burtis. Eagles extending that defense out farther, and they slap it. And they get the steal. Ahead to Meredith. 2-on-1 break. There's the alley-oop to Ray May. And Salisbury's back there, or not Salisbury, but Drew's back there to intercept it. Ahead to Salisbury for the three. Salisbury tickles the twine behind the line, and the Bulldogs are up by 6. Here's Ray May trying to create inside the lane. They wipe off that shot as the foul came before the shot.
Carson Burtis, that's his third. That could be a player in this game. He's going to have to come to the bench for a little bit.
That definitely could play into the Bulldog situation. He's replaced in the lineup by Will Gibbs. Traxler to Atterbury. He'll fire behind the line. Off, no good. Rebound Meredith. Back up. No good. Slapped around. Meredith gets it back again. Scores. Counts a bucket, and he is fouled.
Foul's going to be on Bartow.
Meredith will go to the line. Makes it 35-31. It's a 4-point lead for Harrisburg. If you just joined us, we're in the third quarter. 4:11 left to play in this championship game. Free throw is good by Meredith as he completes the and one. 3-point play. 35-32. Bulldogs led by 3 at halftime, and it's 3 points right now as they work left side to Gibbs. Out to Drew. To Salisbury. Salisbury working against Meredith. To Drew. Inside it goes to the big man, Lambert. He's covered up, so it comes back to Salisbury. And there's a push. And maybe a moving screen. Yeah.
Going to get Lambert on a moving pick.
Yeah. And Coach Smith-Peter says, what's that all about? He's going to ask Mr. Longi about that. As Oglesby brings it up. Well, Eagles down by 3 have a chance to inch a little closer here. Or potentially tie it with a 3. Meredith thinks about it, now takes it inside, puts up a shot, missed it. Ball's loose, Traxler goes after it. But stepping on the line with the ball is Bartow, and it's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Boy, you don't think there ain't some beating and banging going on in there?
I'm telling you, the physicality level between those big bodies is escalating. You got Traxler and Atterbury and Bartow and Lambert, all 4 of those big meaty guys going after it.
Joe Mayberry into the game.
Oglesby will trigger it. And that one is taken away. And they called a jump ball, and that easily could have been a foul on Traxler.
It should have been a foul on Traxler.
And that's exactly what Randy Smith-Peters is lobbying for. As the ball was intercepted by Bartow, and Traxler was draped all over his back. They give it
brings out a booze.
They give it to the Eagles on the alternate possession. Now we got another jump ball. And that's going to give it back to the Bulldogs. Yeah, we're getting pretty chippy here. A little aggressive.
Business is picking up. 3:13 to play, third quarter.
It's a 3-point lead for the Bulldogs, 35-32, and they have the basketball. Length to the floor. Blake Drew brings it up. To Salisbury. To Lambert. Back to Salisbury, and there's a foul out front on Meredith.
That'll be his second. Team's third.
Yeah, it's hard to believe these two teams haven't met in the championship game here in 30 years. You got to go back to 1987, the last time they played each other in this championship game.
Hard to imagine.
Yeah. They both have been in the championship game at different times. Sometimes winning, sometimes losing, but not against each other since 1987. That's taken away and stolen by Oglesby, and then a foul on the reach-in by Salisbury. Yep.
His second. Ray May coming back in.
Ray May's been a little quiet here for a while.
Both teams been a little quiet.
Yeah.
You know, we started out blazing in that first quarter, 23-17, and now we're at 35-32.
Yeah, not a whole lot of points being scored in this quarter.
Second and third quarter has been pretty quiet.
Ray May gets it inside to Traxler, and he scores. Good lob, and Traxler went up and got it. Put it in off glass. It's 35-34. Hard to defend that.
Harrisburg hanging to a 1-point lead.
Gibbs with the ball.
My goodness, that was a...
And
he got by with it once.
Yeah.
He should have took the hint.
He got fouled out front by Mayberry.
That's his third.
Mayberry off the bench with 3 fouls. Let's see if Bradley goes
and he's
for
not,
a substitute.
He's not scored.
No. And he definitely had some offensive punch for the Eagles in their semifinal win earlier today.
And the game before that.
2 minutes left here in the third quarter. 1 point Harrisburg lead. Drew has it. There's a double team. And it's taken away by Oglesby.
Couldn't get it over Traxler.
And then Salisbury comes in and knocks the ball off of Oglesby and out of bounds. And they award it to the Bulldogs. Good hustle play.
7 turnovers on the Bulldogs, 6 turnovers on the Eagles.
Intense action here at Duff-Kingston Gymnasium. Bartow.
Oh, he thought about it. He wanted to pull it.
To Gibbs. Again, Burtis is on the bench with 3 fouls for the Bulldogs. They go inside to Lambert, and he's fouled from behind by Atterbury.
That'll be Atterbury's second.
Last year, Atterbury was the tournament MVP as Eldorado beat Heron in overtime in last year's championship game. Here's the inbound to Salisbury. Long 3. Missed it. Traxler with the rebound. He outlets it to Ray May. He's going to take it to the glass. And the blocking foul is going to be called on Lambert.
That'll be his third.
Well, Ray May will go to the line with a chance to tie the game or put his Eagles ball club in the lead. They have not led since early in the first quarter. Harrisburg led after 1, 23-17. And the Bulldogs led at halftime, 28-25, as a free throw is missed by May. He'll get another one. He missed that one. Rebound by Bartow. What were you saying about missed free throws, Danny?
Could be a big factor.
That's
in the
right.
outcome.
1 point Harrisburg lead with a minute to play here in the third quarter.
Well, you know, they've worked and worked to catch him. They finally have caught him. They could have went ahead, and they didn't. Now, will Harrisburg put a shot on the board here at the end of the quarter?
Salisbury takes it inside. No good. Rebound by Atterbury. Tosses a couple elbows, and Smith-Peters looking for a call on that. Inside to Traxler. 15-footer is good. Traxler puts the Eagles in the lead for the first time since midway in the first quarter. 36-35. 28 seconds left. Bulldogs will play it for the final shot of the quarter. Blake Drew out there against Oglesby. Salisbury and Ray May going at each other as Salisbury's trying to get open for a shot. 10 seconds left. Drew directing traffic. Now he penetrates. Gets it to Salisbury. He'll put up the 3. Missed it. Rebound by Traxler. Throws it ahead to Mayberry. He missed it as the horn sounds. at the end of 3 quarters. And after 3 periods of play in the championship game, it is the Eldorado Eagles 36, the Harrisburg Bulldogs 35. And we'll be right back. Sports Scouts comes your way every Saturday morning from 8:30 until 10 on 90.9 The Vine and on AreaSports.net. We had a very short version this morning because we were down here covering the basketball games. Had an 8:30 game this morning in that 5th place bracket. But we'll have a lot of coaches on the show and a lot to talk about next Saturday morning, that's for sure. All right, back to live action here to start the 4th quarter. Eldorado with the ball and the 1-point lead as they go inside to Traxler. He puts up the shot, missed it, follows, goes back up again, missed it a second time, but he'll go to the line after the personal foul. And that foul is going to go against Salisbury. Foul on Salisbury will be his 3rd personal foul. And the free throw by Traxler is good. 37-35. Eagles up by 2. Next one is also good. Big free throws there by Traxler.
They're all big now.
38-35, 3-point lead. Bulldogs with the ball. Salisbury with it. Here comes the double team. He gets it inside to Lambert, and Lambert is going to be fouled. And let's see if they give it to Atterbury or who they give it to.
14. Oglesby.
Oglesby gets the personal.
Only his 2nd.
Well, the Eagles are in the bonus the rest of the way because there's 7 team fouls on the Bulldogs.
You know, this crowd's kind of subdued right now.
Yeah, just for a short time.
Is this the quiet before the storm?
Yeah, they're going to explode here in a moment. We got 7.5 left in the game. Be patient. Here's Drew going up for the shot, and he is hammered. And that gets some of the Harrisburg fans going.
Traxler picks up his 2nd. Blake Drew to the line for a couple.
Stops the clock with 7:28 left in the ball game, or I should say in regulation. Free throw's good. Kind of been one of those kind of games you just kind of figure, well, yeah, it could go into overtime much like last year did. Into the ball game for Harrisburg, number 25 is Will Sanders. And also number 14, Carl Russ. As Burtis and Bartow get a breather. And that free throw's good. 38-37, it's a 1-point game. Here comes Harrisburg with some pressure. Meredith not got it across yet. Now he does. Out to Oglesby. To Ray May. He'll drive baseline. Dishes it back to Traxler. Goes up for the shot. Missed it. Tipped around. Traxler went over the back. Grabbed the ball. Nothing called. Back out to Ray May. Inside. Oglesby. Tipped in by Traxler. 40-37. And then knocked out of bounds by Ray May. Eagles by 3. 6:52 to go in regulation as Burtis and Bartow check back in.
everything we thought it'd be.
It's lived up to the hype, lived up to the billing. Number 1 against number 2. Salisbury out front against Ray May. Bounce passes inside to Bartow. Missed the shot. He tries to follow. Up again. And he's hammered. Take your pick. You had both Atterbury and Traxler there.
The Atterbury. His third.
Well, that could become a factor. Jordan Bartow at the line for the Bulldogs. Harrisburg trailing it by 3. In and out, no good.
Big miss.
And again, Smith-Peters puts Carl Russ back in and Will Sanders back in. Got that free throw. 40-38. Eagles up quickly to Meredith. They lead it by 2. Trying to win back-to-back tournaments on their home floor. That's missed by Ray May. He dishes it down to Atterbury, and we got a whistle and a foul. That'll send Atterbury to the line with 6:16 left.
That foul was on Drew.
And that's his second. Team fouls equal at 8 apiece. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Atterbury misses the free throw. Rebound by Lambert. To Drew. A lot of contact out there, nothing called, and somehow Eldorado comes away with the basketball.
Turnover number 8.
Ahead to Ray May. Out to Meredith. Meredith, kind of a jab step, and then went right around Burtis and scored. Gave him a little stutter step move that time.
Yeah, he did.
42-38. And there's a foul out front on Ray May.
His third.
Against Isaiah Salisbury. Salisbury will go to the line with 5:39 left. Eldorado leading it by 4, 42-38. Three-point game, 42-39. Big free throw by Salisbury. And again, Carl Russ and Will Sanders in. They're switching offense for defense here is what Smith-Peters is doing. That free throw is missed. And the rebound's cleaned out of there by the Eagles. Meredith out on the dribble. Comes out to Ray May. Oglesby now. Working against Russ. Atterbury comes way out to get it. Haven't seen Atterbury shoot a 3 in a while.
No, he's been pretty quiet.
Meredith inside the lane. And he got the little runner to fall. And then it's knocked out of bounds by Ray May on the defensive end. It'll be Bulldogs basketball right near their own bench. 5:02 left. And Eldorado grabbed the lead right at the end of the third quarter by 1 point. And they've extended it now to 5 points, 44-39. Here's a drive inside by Salisbury. It won't fall, but he's fouled, and he'll go back to the charity stripe.
Traxler looks like. Third foul on Traxler.
Eldorado has outscored Harrisburg 8-4 here in the fourth quarter. Lead it by 5. Salisbury makes it a 4-point game, 44-40. And again, Sanders back in, along with Carl Russ. Free throw's good. It's a 3-point game, 44-41. Meredith. He almost traveled with the ball.
I thought he did.
Some of the fans did too from Harrisburg's side.
I can't imagine they would.
No, that's almost thrown away. That's saved, and it's out of bounds, and it's going to be Harrisburg ball. Yeah, the reason why Coach Smith-Peters keeps changing out is because both Burtis and Lambert are in somewhat of foul trouble.
Got 3 fouls.
Right, so he keeps changing them out so that they don't pick up a stupid foul on defense, and then he puts them back in for offense. So he keeps changing them back and forth. And they're back in now with the Bulldogs having the ball. Burtis with it. Goes to Lambert. 4:23 left in the game. It's a 3-point contest, and that's taken away by Ray May. Well, a jump ball's called actually. And Harrisburg will keep it on the alternate possession.
And the Eldorado people didn't like that.
And Mr. May better be careful about slamming that ball down.
Yeah.
He didn't like the call. He slammed the ball down, and that can get you teed up. Here's the inbound for the Bulldogs. Comes to Bartow. And blocking foul is going to be called on
Traxler.
Traxler, yeah.
That's 4 on him.
So Traxler with 4 and Atterbury with 3, I believe, right?
Yep, you're right, Randy.
So Jordan Bartow go to the line. There's still a lot of basketball left to be played here, folks. 4:15.
I was watching Mr. Alonji. He showed the hip kick and all.
Uh-huh. He described it, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Bartow. Nothing but net. Cuts the lead back to 2. 44-42. Again, 4:15 left in this championship game. I don't think anybody's left.
No.
They're all still here. Second one also good for Bartow. A 1-point game, 44-43. Here comes the pressure defense by the Bulldogs. Meredith going to drive, takes it to the paint, scores. Nobody impeded his progress there. He just took it all the way in. Big play by Meredith. It's 46-43.
He scored the last 3 trips.
Uh-huh.
On a slash to the basket every time.
Lots of Black Diamond Conference coaches watching our feed tonight will make a mental note of that, won't they?
Well, they should.
They'll be seeing Eldorado throughout the season. Drew with it to Burtis. It's a 3-point lead by the Eagles, and that almost a bad pass. Salisbury's got it back. Salisbury creates space and hits the jumper. Cuts the lead to 1. It's 46-45. Timeout on the court with 3:29 left.
He got by with a push there.
A little bit of an arm push, created a little space, went up for the jumper and got it. All right, run through the foul situation for us again, Danny, on both sides.
Okay, Meredith's got 2, Oglesby 2, May's got 3, Traxler's got 4, Atterbury's got 3, and Mayberry's got 3. For Harrisburg, Burtis has got 3, Drew 2, Salisbury 3, Lambert 3, and Bartok has 2.
3:29 left. 1-point game, 46-45. And Harrisburg has won on a 7-1 run here. Eldorado gets the ball in. It's Oglesby to Meredith. Now they get it across the half line to Atterbury. Meredith drives in again. Somebody must have got him with the body because that block was definitely a clean block.
Burtis got him with the, 30.
Forty.
40, evidently.
Lambert, that's his fourth. Dalton Lambert with the foul, and Meredith to the line for the Eagles. Makes it a 2-point lead for Eldorado, 47-45.
John Meredith is having a big fourth quarter.
3:14 left here in regulation. Got them both. Timeout by Coach Josh Bradley and the Eldorado Eagles. 48-45, Eldorado leads it by 3 here in the championship game of the 53rd annual Eldorado Holiday Tournament.
We'd like to thank all our sponsors one more time here. State Farm Agent Lynn Braden, Fox Communications, locations in McLeansboro and Eldorado, Larry's Gun Shop, Highway 142 south of McLeansboro, Fender Mender Auto Body, Goins Sales in Dahlgren, Watkins Family Chiropractic, Hamilton County Communications, Hamilton County Flooring, People's National Bank, Teffer Motors, Prominent Technology, 4R Equipment, Draper Insurance, Alton's Pizza House, Whittles Repair and McLeansboro Auto Parts, 3rd Street Salon, and Tailgaters Grill in downtown Eldorado.
Good group of sponsors, and again, we are thankful for all of them.
Along with Farrell Hospital, Fairfield Memorial Hospital. Thank those locations also.
They're throwing shirts out in the crowd. You want one, Danny?
No.
Okay.
It's too hot for the one I got on.
Yeah, it is a little bit warm here. I'm glad I switched to the short sleeve shirt. All right, let's reset it for you. 48-45. Harrisburg trails it by 3, but they have the basketball here. Clock running, 3:09 left. Drew to Salisbury. Knocked out by Meredith. Got quick hands, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Him and Ray May both. Burtis will trigger it in this time. Out to Drew. Salisbury penetrates, elevates for the shot, left it short. Might have been partially blocked, I believe, and Atterbury comes out of there with a rebound. There's a clear out to Oglesby. Inside they go to Atterbury. Spins, up and under, in and out, no good. And stepping on the end line was Drew. Drew came up with a loose ball on the rebound, but then stepped on the end line, so it'll be Eagles ball out of bounds. 2:36 left.
Lambert's got 4 fouls. He had to be pretty cautious.
This is a big possession right here because if the Eagles score, it's makes it much tougher here for the Bulldogs. Ray May tries to go inside. Ball slapped around and Burtis has it. 2:19 left in the game. It's crunch time. And when it's crunch time, the ball's going to be in the hands of Salisbury. Lambert's got it right now to Drew. And we have got a fan up in the stands with a light on, and yep, that's Mr. Alonji went to the.
Turn the flashlight on. Keep it off.
Yep, I saw that myself. That's real distracting to both the players and the officials. A light was shining down from the opposite side on somebody's cell phone or camera. So now the Bulldogs got to inbound it again. 2 minutes left. Down by 3. Salisbury to Lambert. Inside the paint, works on Atterbury. Can't score. Atterbury with a rebound.
A little surprised at the shot selection there.
Here's Ray May. Little runner from the baseline. No good. Everybody crashing the boards. And on the rebound, it's over the back on the Eagles. He had about 5 bodies in the air on that missed shot.
Atterbury, his 4th.
And we'll walk to the other end. And Harrisburg's going to shoot free throws. Now the officials are conferring to determine who's the shooter going to be. And Salisbury was at the line, and they said, nope, it's not you. It's Lambert. So they put Mr. Lambert there to shoot the free throws. And it's 2 shots because that's 10 fouls on Eldorado. And the first one's good by Lambert. 48-46. It's nail-biter time here at Duff-Kingston Gymnasium. Minute 38 left on the clock. Two-point game. He can make it 1 point. He does. Well, now it gets interesting. Harrisburg needs a stop. Eldorado's got to take care of the ball. They've got a 1-point lead. That ball's knocked around. Traxler gets it back. Meredith almost falls down with the ball. Gets it across the timeline. Guarded by Salisbury. Had Traxler posted up there, but didn't get him the ball. Minute 19 left in regulation. Eagles by 1. Traxler, he'll elevate from 17 feet, and he got it. It's a 2-ball, 50-47. It's a 3-point Eldorado lead with 65 seconds left. Salisbury back in the front court for Harrisburg. Here comes a double team on him. They knock it away, and Traxler steals it. Again, those long arms of both Traxler and Meredith. And now the ball's loose. And timeout's called by Josh Bradley of Eldorado. 46 seconds left on the clock. Eldorado will have possession of the basketball, and they also hold a 3-point lead, 50-47. Wild and woolly, Danny.
You know, it just amazes me. People come to watch a ball game, and you got a game like this going on for all the marbles, and we're going to get up and leave.
Hey, there's a lot of things that can happen in 40-some-odd seconds, you know.
We seen a team lose a game in 1.8 the other day.
Absolutely, and almost saw Harrisburg lose it in 1.4.
That's right.
To AJ. So, yeah, it's definitely not over yet. A lot of things could happen. 46 seconds left in a high school basketball game is almost an eternity.
It's a long time right now.
Especially with a 3-point shot.
That's right.
All right. Eldorado will have the ball out of bounds. Cale Oglesby will be the trigger man. Eagles lead it by 3. 50-47. Meredith. And there is, is that going to be a foul on the Traxler setting the screen?
Looks like it.
Yes. No.
Salisbury fighting through it.
Salisbury tried to fight through the screen set by Traxler.
That's his 4th.
And they send Meredith to the line with 33 seconds left, and the Eagles leading it by 3. That one hung on the rim for a while, but it falls through. Eldorado has never won back-to-back tournament titles here.
Looks to me like it could be their night.
53-year history of this tournament. Second one also good for Meredith. 52-47. Here's Salisbury in the front court for the Bulldogs. 29 seconds left. Salisbury goes up, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot a pair. And again, Coach Smith-Peters makes those substitutions. Traxler's going to leave the game.
He's fouled out.
That was his 5th personal foul. And Atterbury's got 4. But there's only 26 seconds left. Salisbury at the line, if he can convert these 2 free throws, he could cut it back to 3 points, which would be another 1 possession situation. Got the first one. Well, if you're Randy Smith-Peters, you'd probably rather not have anybody at the line except for Salisbury at this point.
I would think not.
He's been your money man all year, and he was all-tournament player last year. Got them both. 52-49, 3-point game, 26 seconds left. 1 possession game, and Eldorado has to burn a timeout because Meredith can't get the ball in.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. Again, Harrisburg's going to bring the pressure here. Traxler has fouled out for the Eagles. They still have Atterbury on the floor, which means you can throw the ball up in the air and let Atterbury go get it as far as getting it in. But then you got to stay away from that trap that Harrisburg's going to throw at you, trying to get a steal. So again, a lot can happen here in 26 seconds. 52-49, a 3-point lead for the Eldorado Eagles. We'll reset it for you. Harrisburg led after 1 quarter, 23-17. Harrisburg also led at halftime, 28-25. But Eldorado had a late run in the 3rd quarter to take a 1-point lead after 3 quarters, 36-35. And they have led throughout this 4th quarter, although it's been close throughout. All right, they're going to have Meredith take the ball out again. All 4 Eldorado players are in this side of the court. And they get it in to Oglesby. Oglesby up the sideline, and he is going to be fouled by Carl Russ.
Now it's all about making free throws.
What's Oglesby done at the line tonight?
1 out of 1.
22 seconds left. 52-49. Missed the front end. Well, well, well. Now here's the big one. Boy, that one spun around and went in. It's a 2-possession game. Harrisburg needs a quick bucket. Down by 4. Salisbury inside, missed the shot. Rebound Atterbury, and then a foul on the rebound. 14 seconds left. We'll walk to the other end of the gym, and Eldorado will shoot free throws again, and it's looking more and more like the Eagles are going to repeat as tournament champs. A few more people start to head for the exits. Atterbury at the line. Got it. 54-49, 5-point lead. Got that one as well. 6-point game. Harrisburg in the front court with Drew out to Salisbury. He loses a handle on a shot, and then a whistle and a foul. He tried to elevate for a shot, and he lost the handle going up.
Meredith got a hand on it. I think Salisbury just fouled out of the game.
Yes, he did. Isaiah Salisbury has picked up his 5th personal foul. We got 7 seconds left on the clock, and Eldorado looks like they're going to win it. Going to repeat as tournament champs here. Big hand for Isaiah Salisbury by the Harrisburg faithful as he departs the court and heads to the Harrisburg bench. He's had a good tournament.
Yes, he has. He's a great player.
Meredith's free throw is good. 3-possession game, and it's definitely over now. You're not going to get 3 possessions in 7 seconds. Missed the second one.
Meredith had 14 points in the second half.
Here's a shot from out front, no good, and there's the horn. That's the end of the ball game. Eldorado has repeated as tournament champs as they beat their rivals from Harrisburg by a final score of 56-49. And they had to come from behind to do it. Trailing after the first quarter, trailing at halftime, making a little bit of a run in the third quarter, and then maintaining the lead and keeping their composure in the fourth quarter despite a couple of attempts by Harrisburg to make runs. They got it back to a 1-point game there in the fourth quarter, but Eldorado was able to hold them off and come away with a 7-point victory, 56-49. Danny, you got some numbers for us?
Yeah, looking at the final scoring, Carson Burtis finishes with 9, Blake Grew with 4, Isaiah Salisbury has 22, Dalton Lambert 7, and Jordan Bartok 7 for Harrisburg. For Eldorado, John Meredith leads them with 18. He had 14 of them in the second half.
Wow.
Oglesby has 8, Ray May with 2, Jacob Traxler with 14, and Braden Atterbury with 13. So 3 guys in double figures for the Eldorado Eagles here tonight. They are the 53rd annual champion.
All right, they're going to have presentation of trophies here in a minute, as well as the all-tournament team. Well, who do you think the tournament MVP will be?
I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. I like Jake Parr.
Well, that's the question I had. Can you give the MVP to a player who wasn't in the championship game? I don't know if that's ever been done here before or not, but I agree that Jake Parr is the best player in the tournament. But his team was in the third place game and not the championship game. The effort by Meredith in this championship game was extra special.
Yes,
though.
it was.
It really was. Without the play of Meredith in this game, Eldorado doesn't win.
They didn't win it.
They don't win it. And it's not just the 18 points he scored. It's the
hustle and the loose balls.
Right.
And the defense he played on Salisbury.
He came up with a number of 50-50 balls. You know, he tied up Harrisburg players to force, jump ball situations. Did a lot of things and was in the mix the entire game. Very important part of this win tonight for the Eldorado Eagles.
Will Coach Randy Smith-Peters and Harrisburg Bulldogs come forth and collect your trophy?
Harrisburg being awarded the championship, second place trophy. Benton defeated Trenton Westland to win the Pinckneyville tournament, 42-28.
Good run by Ron Weinmiller's team over there.
You bet.
Will Coach Josh Bradley and the Eldorado Eagles.
And the Eldorado Eagles
That's their first place trophy.
get their trophy. Repeating as tournament champs.
All the trophies this year are donated by Eric Brennock of Brennock Insurance.
We'll try to follow along here as they announce the all-tournament team.
We're preparing to present the all-tournament team. First tournament team selection from Edwards County, Cade Snicker.
Cade Snicker from Edwards County on the all-tournament team.
Being presented by Eldorado Athletic Director Rick Goodley. From Heron, Drew Ringel.
Drew Ringel from Heron.
From Carmi, Travis Black.
Travis Black from Carmi. He had a good tournament.
Yes, he did.
From Massac County, Isaiah Thompson.
Isaiah Thompson from Massac County.
From West Frankfort, C.J. Johnson.
C.J. Johnson from West Frankfort.
There he comes.
Jake Parr.
Jake Parr from Anna.
He's on the team, but he's not the MVP.
From West Frankfort, Keegan Thrash.
Keegan Thrash from West Frankfort.
From Harrisburg, Jordan Bartow.
Jordan Bartow from Harrisburg.
From Eldorado, Jake Trexler.
Jacob Traxler from Eldorado.
From Harrisburg, Isaiah Salisbury.
Isaiah Salisbury from Harrisburg.
The Duff-Kingston Award, Cale Oglesby.
Oglesby.
Most valuable player from Eldorado, John Meredith.
John Meredith is the tournament MVP. Well, we kind of thought that with it based upon his play that he could be that.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance.
Interesting that last year's MVP did not make the all-tournament team.
He had a couple not so big games here.
So again, Cade Snicker, Ringel from Heron, Black from Carmi, Thompson from Massac County, Johnson from West Frankfort, Thrash from West Frankfort, Parr from AJ, Bartow and Salisbury from Harrisburg, Traxler and Oglesby from Eldorado, and John Meredith of Eldorado is the tournament MVP as the Eagles win it over Harrisburg 56-49, and they repeat as tournament champs.
Like to thank all our sponsors. Like to thank the Eldorado staff for their hospitality to us. Like to thank everybody that helped call games and do games here.
Absolutely.
Randy and Cody, appreciate everything you guys done.
Bruce Dickey.
Very successful 2 or 3 days. Mark Otten, Marty Lamp.
Yep.
Appreciate everybody that helped in. My wife Claire on the camera. So without those all, you just couldn't have saw those games.
Got to have the camera lady. That's
so
right.
56-49, Eldorado is the champ.
Well, we will rest up because there's only 362 days until the next one.
BIT in 2 weeks.
I'm talking about next year's
oh, I know.
Eldorado All-Day Tournament.
Yeah.
But yeah, BIT is just around the corner too. You're right.
So,
yeah.
So long. Good night. Hope you have enjoyed it here from the 53rd Annual EHT.